The Ravens trying to take it all the way, and we got to get some insight on this. And who do we go to? Oh, yes, sweet Syreeta Hubbard. She is a blogger. She's here. She talks football. She comes here to break it on down in a very good way. And she's usually, I say, if I don't really write these predictions down, but I got to say, Syreeta, you have pretty much been on the money. I follow you online. I see what you've predicted. I also have to say, a couple of days ago, in writing, you picked the Steelers. Oh, my goodness.
I did, but, you know, there's some things that have changed since then. Obviously, Le'Veon Bell is confirmed to be out. He had an injury last week. And the weather, obviously, we talked about the weather. It's going to be pretty bad. It's a wintry mix out there. They're saying it's really slippery right now. So I think that that's going to cause some issues in the passing game for the Steelers. And if they can't run the football and they become one-dimensional, that is an advantage for the Ravens. And the Ravens can run the football. Obviously, Forsett is one of the better backs in the league. So Le'Veon Bell being out is huge and detrimental to what happens at this point.
I guess we have the flashback to the last Big Ben's big game against us. Can he do it again? I mean, was that a fluke, or is Big Ben going to light it up again?
He can do it again. I just think that with the conditions, it's going to be hard for him to do that. And I think that Le'Veon Bell being out, it takes a whole turn into this. Play action is going to be hard to do. Le'Veon Bell is good in pass protection, and obviously he can get the ball as well coming out of the backfield. So now they have that one weapon. They still have Antonio Brown, who's phenomenal, but if the weather is going to be bad, they're going to have to figure out other ways to get him the ball. And I just think that 20-plus yards downfield will be hard during this time of the year.
And how about our D-backs? Are they up to it?
I mean, they don't have any choice at this point.
What are you going to do?
They don't have any choice to be up to it. I hope that they are. I know that they realize that this is a big game, not just because it's the playoffs, but because this is the Steelers. The Ravens have not beaten the Steelers in the postseason yet. So this is going to be big for them, and I think that they'll be ready for that challenge.
Now, we don't want to look ahead, but we also know New England is looming. Say the Ravens pull this off. Everyone's saying, all right, maybe one and done. Do you think they could, even if they win today, can get far into these playoffs,
If the Ravens can win today, I mean, you have to put them accountable to say that they can win against New England. They know New England just as much as they know Pittsburgh. New England is a much more balanced team than in years past. Defensively, they've played extremely well. But I think that the Ravens, if they can win today, they can beat anybody. This is the postseason. It's the clean slate. Anybody has a chance. As long as you're in the dance, you have a win the football game.
Well, since you've changed up, and we're not going to hold you for what you had in writing or online or in the newspaper, give us Syreeta's final score and prediction.
I think it's going to be a sloppy game. I think that the weather indicates that. But I think that the Ravens have the advantage now because they can run the football. Haloti Ngata is back from a 4-game suspension, and that's going to be huge to stopping their run and getting some pressure on Ben. So I am going to change my pick from the Baltimore Sun, and I'm picking the Ravens 17-13.
17-13. Now, you know what? We always have Syreeta back. Now, in the event the Ravens lose, you probably won't be back. But at the same time, we hope you will be back next week, because then you could talk about the New England game.
Absolutely.
So let's hope for both cases. Otherwise, we don't see Syreeta again until next football season.
I know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.